Hello.
Mrs. Kingston says stick it up.
Stick it up?
That's right.
But it'll ruin my composition.
Too bad about you.
Oh, really? Oh, you morons. How do you expect an artist to... Oh, God. Oh, you ghastly girl. You've ruined my palate. Oh.
Daisy?
Yes, Mrs. Kingston?
Daisy? Where are you? Daisy, what are you doing? Answer the telephone.
Okay. Hello, will you treat your service? Who do you want? Mrs. Kingston, just a minute. Mrs. Kingston!
Coming.
Wanted on the phone.
Who is it?
District Council, the Vice Chairman.
Shouldn't have thought there was enough vice in this place to warrant it. Hello, Mrs. Kingston here. Yes, so my maid informed me. Well, it's very kind of you, but I'm afraid we have no vice. You have? The Vice Chairman. Oh, now I understand. Yes, we'll expect you. Goodbye. Come on, Daisy, get this place cleared up. We're going to be inspected.
Who is?
We are. That's what the vice man said. He's bringing his chairman.
Oh, no, not old Toffee Nose.
No, Mr. Maitland.
That's him. He's a beak. I was up before him once, in need of care and protection.
Well, you're not in need of it now. You go out with every young man in the place. Now, get rid of that. And don't just stand there. Do something. Get the floor swept up. Oh, put the kettle on. And get that table cleared off.
He put me on probation.
Oh, clear that mess up in there, dear. There's a good girl. Thank goodness they won't be here for another half an hour. Oh, go and cut some thin bread and butters.
I'll get even with him for that one day.
Look, you haven't put the kettle on. What are you nattering about?
Him.
Well, do it in your own time. We have work to do. Now, go to it. Go on. Must make a good impression.
You must learn to be tidier in your work, my good man. Remember now.
Oh!
Foreigner, that explains it. Opening today. She must wait for a permit.
Oh, better let the crumpets get cold.
They're here.
Oh, some other time, Daisy. We can always discuss. What do you say? Well, answer the door. Otherwise they'll think we've got something to hide.
Good morning. We've called to see Mrs. Kingston.
Morning, sir.
You're somewhat familiar.
Oh, not with strangers anymore, sir.
Daisy Freeman, by Jove. Working hard?
Oh, yes, Miss Raxbridge, sir.
Delighted to hear it. Delighted.
Will you go in, please?
Good morning. My name is Maitland.
Mine's Kingston.
Oh, then it must be your mother that we've called to see.
No, I'm Louise Kingston.
Oh, we expected to see somebody very much older. Didn't we, Axbridge?
We certainly did, Mr. Chairman. You know, I almost didn't bother to come.
You know, Mrs. Kingston, I'm really very alarmed by the notice at your front gate.
Oh?
Oh, yes. To open any business here without a permit from the council is courting disaster.
A permit?
Oh, yes. Why else do you think I've called to inspect the premises?
Well, I thought it was a sort of friendly thing, just to wish me luck. May I offer you some tea? I put all the money I had into this cafe. If I can't open it, I don't know what I'll do.
Oh, I think we can ignore a little bit of red tape for you, Mrs. Kingston.
At least I can give you a cup of tea.
Now, we have a very heavy day. We've got to, Axbridge, you should be inspecting the premises.
After you've had your tea.
Milk, no sugar. Some people say I'm sweet enough.
Nothing for me, thank you. I'm here on official business.
Well, surely the council wouldn't accuse you of taking a bribe.
I'm the chairman.
I'm sorry.
Now, Mrs. Kingston, our clerk will send you a questionnaire. Everything will depend on your replies.
Well, how long will this take?
No time at all. You just leave it to me.
Thank you.
Nonsense. I want to be your first customer. I can't wait to get at the crumpets.
You must expect a little opposition.
Why?
Well, this cottage has a somewhat unfortunate reputation.
Haunted?
Oh, no. The last occupier here gave rather noisy parties, and she refused to pay her water rate.
What happened?
Well, we had to cut off her water.
What a dreadful thing. What happened to her?
Oh, she married and lives at Niagara Falls.
More tea, Mr.
Thank you.
Axbridge.
Time is not on our side.
Oh, well, business before pleasure. You know, I'm afraid I shall have to give the old place the once over.
Daisy,
Yes, Mr. Kingston?
take Mr. Axbridge over the house. Show him everything.
Where would you like to start, Mr. Axbridge? Top or bottom?
I leave that entirely to you.
Should we start in here, then?
Oh.
Oh, Mr. Axbridge.
That girl, Daisy Freeman. Mrs. Kingston, are you entirely satisfied with her?
Perfectly. Why?
Well, she has a somewhat unenviable...
Reputation.
Exactly.
In the neighborhood.
Quite so.
For running around with boys.
Well, she got into trouble once.
Really?
Oh, yes, for trespass. So, you see, I'm not at all certain how the council will view your application. You see, we are a highly respectable community.
Tell me more, Mr. Maitland.
Now, over to the door. What's that?
9 foot.
Now, over the other side. Oh. That's 4.5. Now, what's that total?
6, 5.5.
42. Congratulations.
What do you want me to do now, Mr. Axbridge?
Oh, get up on the chair. Now, my dear, from the floor to the ceiling.
Can't reach.
You will.
Oh, Mr. Axbridge.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I won't tell Mr. Maitland.
Well, he needn't know everything, need he?
No.
Down you come.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Daisy. Now, where does that lead to?
Only the larder.
Oh, we'll do that next.
It'll be a bit of a tight squeeze.
Oh.
Anything you say, sir.
Oh.
Statistics prove that we are the most moral community in the country. That is why we have to be so particular about granting these permits.
Well, surely there must be some little human error sometimes.
Never, madam. Never.
Well, accidentally, I mean.
Accidents are only caused by carelessness. They never happen to me. Why shall they happen to anyone else?
Doesn't all this virtue make the place a little dull?
Dull. Oh, no. Wait till you get to know us. In the winter we have whist drives, and in the summer we have garden fetes, sports in the recreation ground. Oh, dear, we're as merry as grigs.
I can imagine. You must have a big job on your hands keeping all this clean fun on the move.
Well, yes, I suppose so, but the community rather looks to me.
Naturally. But I expect you get a lot of help from your wife.
I'm a bachelor.
Impossible.
Oh, but I assure you.
Well, haven't you felt sometime... I mean, in the spring?
Oh, nettle tea is the remedy for all that.
I must put it on the menu.
It's quite palatable.
I don't think I can live up to this place.
Oh, nonsense, Mrs. Kingston.
I'm not good enough.
Oh, come. You'll soon fit in.
Well, supposing you granted me a permit and I let you down.
Oh, come, Mrs. Kingston, the very idea.
I couldn't bear to disappoint you.
But you won't. You won't. Please don't cry.
I'm not. I think it must be an eyelash. Can you see it? No, please look. Closer.
No, there's nothing.
Can't you see anything?
No.
Nothing at all.
Yes. Oh, dear. Good gracious.
Ah!
What have I done?
Don't move.
Oh, botheration.
Stand still.
Oh, no, please.
Well, let me see.
Please.
All right, you stay there now. I'll get Daisy.
Oh. Oh.
Daisy, where are you?
Mind the dinner plums.
Daisy, not in working hours. Now get a bowl of water and a towel quickly.
Oh, what's up?
It's Mr. Maitland.
Oh. What the blazes are you up to?
I sat on a plate.
Why, plenty of other places.
I was looking for something in her eye.
You were what?
Look, I don't want to explain.
I bet you don't. Ooh, disgusting.
It mustn't upset us.
Daisy will wipe it off. Now, how
No.
can we best manage to get at it?
Please, Mrs. Kingston, we must get on with our work.
Well, you better bend over something.
No,
Don't
your
take-
particulars, Mrs. Kingston, they're not complete.
You worry about your own particulars.
Oh, no, please, I think you're making a mountain out of a molehill.
That's no molehill.
I think you're taking this heroically. Hurry up, Daisy.
Now, not too much wet, please.
Oh! It slipped out of my hand.
Never mind. Oh, we must act at once, or I shall catch a chill.
Well, here's a towel.
Go on, take them off.
What? Certainly not.
Daisy, leave the room. So nice, silly old.
Oh, well, I'll get back to work.
Oh, Roland, please come back.
Now, don't worry. I'll take care of you.
What?
Give me your trousers.
Oh, certainly not. Here?
Come on, slip them off and give them to
Oh,
me.
dear me, whatever next?
Oh, we go up to my bedroom if you'd rather.
Oh, good gracious, no. Whatever next?
Pneumonia if you're not careful.
Oh, I'm as cold as ice.
Slip them off behind here. Come on.
Oh, dear. Oh, this is the last thing I wanted to happen.
I'll find you something to put on.
Hello, Sarge. Hello. Tell me, what's the council doing in there, Mr. Sprocket?
Maitland and Axbridge are nosing around in there. Premises inspection. Been in there some time.
Looks a tidy little piece, that Mrs. Kingston.
I hear she's moved in from London.
I wonder why she moved out from London.
My missus says she looks fast.
Oh, then we'll have to slow her down, won't we?
You're not going in there, are you?
Oh, don't worry. I can always find some excuse for seeing the chairman. I'd be wanting to have a closer look at that Mrs. Kingston. Here's me chance.
Put this on while I dry your trousers. The best I can do.
Who's that?
I've no idea.
Anybody at home?
Oh, Sergeant Belchambers. Oh, he's the last person who should see me like this.
Look, in the cupboard under the stairs.
My hat and umbrella. Oh!
Sorry to disturb you, ma'am, but could I have a word with Mr. Maitland?
Mr. Maitland. Mr. Maitland. He's not here.
Oh, I must have been misinformed.
You may be confusing him with Mr. Axbridge. He's here.
Ah, well, I'd like a bit of a word with Mr. Axbridge.
Won't you come in?
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, Mr. Axbridge is somewhere around with my maid on council business.
I can wait.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
No, Mr. Axbridge?
No, Mr. Axbridge.
Well, then we better go and find him.
Oh, I wouldn't like to disturb him.
Well, surely, if it's urgent.
Oh, no, it isn't that urgent.
Well, you'll just have to wait, won't you?
Yes.
Have a good look round.
Yes, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. You're from London, aren't you?
Yes, why?
Ah, nothing. It's just that people have to be careful about what they do down here.
Oh, thank you very much, Daisy.
That's right, Mr. Axbridge. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.
I heard you were here, Daisy Freeman. Come here. Now, you just watch your step, me girl.
Nuts to you.
Well, Sergeant?
Oh, I saw the council car outside, sir.
Oh, so you thought you'd come inside and find out what was going on?
Oh, not at all, sir. I merely wanted to have a word with Mr. Maitland.
Well, I'll give him your message when I see him.
You can see for yourself he isn't here.
He's not here.
Nice.
And one of them has a cold. Sorry, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. Good day, ma'am.
Yeah, just a minute.
Sir?
One word from you and I'll report you to your chief.
Report me, sir. What for?
For entering the house uninvited and searching you without a warrant. Pity to lose those stripes.
None of us want that, do we, sir?
Now remember, still tongue, wise head.
Yes, sir. Good day, sir.
Good day.
It's all right, he's gone.
Oh, no.
It's rather dark in there.
I'm sorry. They were my mother's. I'll get you home.
There's a shrewd draught in that cupboard.
Oh, no.
Bless you.
You know, she's a very generous nature, Mrs. Kingston.
Yes, so her mother.
Now, mind you, not a word about this. Not even to your missus.
You know mine, this is.
I do, and that's why I'm warning you.
Look out, they're coming.
That's right, Sergeant. Keep your eyes open.
Yes, sir.
Here he is, Mr. Axbridge.
What's all this?
Not the bar.
Yeah, what's all this, Muck?
Did not mugged medded.
You want to blow your nose, that's half your trouble.
I did edible to goad.
You mean to say a drop of water on your backside gives... Oh, a lot of rot. What you need is a drop of fresh air.
Oh, no. Shut it up.
I said blow it, don't play Lohengrin on it.
Something gone click in my head.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. Now, look here. If the charming Mrs. Kingston's going to get her permit, we've got to get it through the committee in the next 24 hours.
Why?
Because the whole village will be up in arms against her.
Oh, whatever for?
Because she's a stranger and a darned attractive one at that. The women will soon fix her.
Oh, the women don't run the council.
That's what you think. That's why we've got to rush it through.
She hasn't filled in her form.
I sent her one over this afternoon.
Splendid. I say, shut that window. There's a good chap.
All right.
Oh, thank you. I should feel better after a good night's sleep. Catch these things in time, and then... I say, Roland.
Hmm?
I don't suppose... I mean, you don't suppose.
Now what?
Oh, no, of course not. You wouldn't give it another thought.
Who wouldn't?
Bell Chambers. I just thought that he might have thought seeing me in that cupboard in that unfamiliar garb might have been a trifle odd. I was in doubt.
Well, I wasn't. He was all set to tell the entire world until I stopped him.
Oh. Oh, that's all right. In my position, you can't be too careful. Come in.
Excuse me. Oh! Thank you, Mr. Maitland.
Why did she do that?
Checking up, obviously.
Checking up?
Yeah, something she heard.
Oh, dear. Hand me those smelling salts. There's a good chap.
You know, there was another woman in the room when I arrived.
Yes, her name is Blackett.
Selina Blackett?
Yes, she's Mrs. Morton's friend.
Yeah, take a big sniff. Try and knock yourself right out.
Oh, dear. You think Miss Blackett might have heard something?
Something. Everything, drawers and all.
Oh. Oh, no.
The trouble is we can't deny it.
Oh, dear. Oh, those trousers. Oh, dear, where will it end?
Complete exposure.
Oh, no, not that, no. Come in.
Your hot water bottles, Mr. Maitland. One for your feet. And one for your...
Thank you, Mrs. Kingston.
I am Mrs. Mordaunt, not Mrs. Kingston. Good night.
Oh, so that's the way it is.
That you, Daisy?
Yes, Mrs. Kingston.
You enjoy the picture?
Oh, yes, what a thrill.
Good gracious, girl, you're covered in straw.
Well, it was a Western.
Realistic.
Oh, was it?
Now, we're too late for the post tonight, but I want you to take this note over to Mr. Maitland's house first thing in the morning.
His house?
Yes, it's most important. Do you know where he lives?
Yes, the monastery.
Indeed.
I call it the monkey house.
You've no right to. And pick some flowers from the garden and take those.
Flowers?
Yes, roses. Red roses.
I'd sooner pick him a few raspberries.
I dare say you would. But what you think about Mr. Maitland has nothing to do with me.
You like him, don't you, ma'am?
I think he's a gentleman of outstanding character.
Especially in your ma's dreadnoughts.
Daisy, I don't want to hear any more about that, and I don't want anyone else to hear about it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am, sorry. Personally, I wouldn't have him if he had twice 50,000.
Good night, Daisy.
Good night, ma'am. I'll take the letter. Oh, you'd better do something about those bills. The grocer's threatening.
Good night.
Mummy.
Darling.
Oh, darling, Mummy.
My pet, what's happened? Has George met with an accident?
Don't talk to me about George. I hate him. I've left him.
Again?
Once and for all, I've left him. Our first wedding anniversary. Bottle of champagne, liqueur brandy, roast chicken, my most glamorous nylon nightie, his favorite perfume, reincarnation. And what did he do?
You should know.
He kicked me out of bed.
Let's hope he hasn't kicked us both out of bed.
Come in, come in.
A person named Daisy Freeman to see you.
Come in, there's a good girl.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Mrs. Kingston sent me over with these.
Oh, you better give them to Mr. Maitland. I'm sure they're for him.
Come, child, I'm over here. I won't bite you.
Mrs. Kingston said the letter's very important.
It shall have my immediate attention.
Thank you, sir. Will that be all, sir?
My compliments to Mrs. Kingston.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, the merry month of June, all sunny days and flowers, and leaves the lightsome hours. Dear Mr. Maitland. Oh, dear, dear. Oh, how kind, but no damage at all. Oh, hardly at all. Yes, the form. Oh, poor little soul, the form is difficult. Yes, 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 yes. Help, help. Oh, yes, only too delighted.
I saw her to the gate.
You did what?
I said I saw her to the gate. She didn't know which way to turn.
Delicious flowers, don't you think?
Yeah. You've got a nasty flush. Oughtn't you to go back to bed?
Oh, rubbish. Oh, rubbish.
Well, have you read your letter?
Why?
Oh, nothing. To do with the permit?
In a measure.
Oh, well, let's have it. I'll give it to the committee.
I'd rather you didn't.
Why, nothing intimate, is there?
Oh, it has a certain personal approach.
Oh.
Yes, she needs help with filling out her form. She's appealed to me personally, and there are one or two informal comments.
Ah.
Yes, she hopes that my chill isn't too deep-seated. What a kindly thought.
Well, I only wanted to help with the work, old fellow, that's all.
Yes, I appreciate that. And I'm going to accept your offer.
Good.
I'm sending you to deputize for me at the opening of the sewage farm this afternoon, and tonight you shall attend the vicar's magic lantern lecture.
And you are going back to bed?
Well, I shall rest this afternoon, but in the evening I'm going to help Mrs. Kingston with her form.
Well, take my advice. Be careful what you do with it.
It's an odd thing to say. Why not? Why not?
I thought I'd have a bath. Mummy, what have you done to yourself?
Something wrong?
Wrong? You look radiant.
Thank you, dear. It's more than I can say for you.
I can't stop crying. I've got an awful bruise where George kicked me. Look, I'll show you.
I'm sure you have, dear, but go and have a nice hot bath and then go to bed. I'll come and see you later, eh?
But I'd like you to see
Later
it.
on. I'm expecting a visitor.
Oh? Who?
Oh, just somebody from the council. About the permit for the tea room.
Oh, you're putting on a bit of a show for him, aren't you?
Well, I want to make a good impression. Oh, run along, Angie.
Oh, all right. Mummy,
Hmm?
if George should telephone,
Yes, dear.
tell him I've left him for good. I'm going out now, ma'am. Is that all right?
Yes, Daisy.
Could I borrow the ground sheet, please?
You didn't bring it back last time.
Oh, sorry, ma'am. I must have left it in the hayfield.
Go along and answer the door.
Oh, good evening, sir.
My telephone, I'm expected.
How kind of you to come. Let me take your things.
No, please, let me.
Run along, Daisy.
Thanks, ma'am.
Good night. Do come in. I'm very relieved to see you looking so well.
Thank you. Your delightful flowers helped.
I'm glad. Very glad.
Oh, I'm glad that you're glad.
I didn't expect such a prompt response to my little note.
Oh, not at all. I can't wait to get you going.
Going?
The tea shop.
Oh, of course. May I offer you a glass of sherry?
Thank you. No council business.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, I still think it's noble of you to come out in the night air.
Oh, not at all. I'm not as fragile as all that.
Of course not. Do you know, I almost imagined you with your feet in a mustard bath. It's ridiculous.
Preposterous.
Well, only old fogies do things like that.
Yes, quite. Well, let's get down to business.
If the lights are too bright, switch some of them off.
Oh, no, they're perfect, thank you. Now, I only want a few facts. Axbridge has the particulars. Your maid helped him to take them down. Her name, yes, widow. When did you lose your husband?
Ooh, about 20 years ago, I think.
You give your age as 32. 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. You were married at the age of 12.
I never had a good head for figures.
Axbridge says that I have a very good head for figures, but no eye for figures. I never know what he means. I'll put it down that you've been a widow for 10 years.
Thank you.
No children. Splendid.
Why splendid?
Well, the council doesn't like the idea of tiny tots running around in business premises. Still, there's no danger of that sort of thing here.
Mummy. Mummy, darling, my bruise is much worse. Look.
Go upstairs at once, you naughty girl.
Who was that?
Her husband kicked her out of bed.
She called you Mummy.
She's run away from him.
Well, are you her mother?
Yes.
Oh, but you've just stated here that you haven't got any children.
Angela is not a child. She is 20 years old and she's been married for a year.
Oh, dear, this alters so many things.
Only one thing, the question on that form. You fill in, one daughter, married.
Mrs. Louise.
Yes? Brian?
You call me Brian. Oh, which blazes with the form.
But, Brian, my tea room, it's vital. I can't manage without it.
Let me manage for you. Oh, dear, ever since yesterday, I've had a wonderful kind of misery. Oh, if only I knew how to say it.
You're saying it beautifully. I was married at 18, and she was quite unexpected.
Louise, let's talk about us. I have nothing to offer you. Only money and property and... Oh, but nothing that could possibly appeal to a woman like you. Oh, I've no idea what it feels like to fall in love.
Let me show you. It's like this. Whatever's that?
Oh, no. No.
What's happening?
Don't look. It's too dreadful.
Well, what's going on?
It's a gang of hooligans struggling with a woman.
All right, we must help her.
No. No. As a magistrate, it's my duty to telephone the police. She's absolutely naked. But announce it. Wait for the police.
There you are, sir. There you are. Yeah. Very desirable bit of property, eh, sir? Lovely southern aspect and all. Well, you have it.
Take it away.
Okay.
What are you doing here? Why have you left Paris? Who are these people?
Oh, long story, Mummy. Tell you later. This is my farewell party.
Farewell.
Farewell to Paris. It started in my mind with one person.
For Pete's sake, miss, where'll I put this?
What is it?
My exhibition piece. All my own work.
Put it over there and cover it up.
Okay, but it seems a pity.
Come on, Mummy. It's the fun.
Anywhere, but just hide it. Come upstairs and put some clothes on. Don't be silly. Look, I know nothing.
Well. If it isn't Mr. Maitland.
Good evening, Dr. Chambers. Council business highly confidential.
Oh, yes, sir. I'm sure of that.
Good night, Sergeant.
Good night. Mr. Chairman. Oh.
I don't want to know why you've gone back to bed. All I want is Mrs. Kingston's completed form.
Why?
Why? Why what?
Why do you want the form?
Because I fixed things so that we can rush the permit through today.
Go away.
Eh?
Go away.
Yeah, but I thought you wanted her to open the tea shop.
Go away and close the door quietly.
Oh, I sent a mystery here.
Oh, stop saying like a pantomime pirate.
Now, come on, open up. What was going on in the cottage last night?
You might well ask.
You were about to tell me what happened.
I was deceived, assaulted, degraded.
Harsh words, old fella, harsh words.
Oh, not nearly harsh enough. I tell you, Roland, I caught a glimpse of a modern Babylon.
Babylon? Oh. Oh.
I don't want it. I'd rather have prussic acid. Where's Eve?
I don't know.
For goodness sake, Angie, don't sit there with a face as long as a fiddle.
Well, it isn't my fault.
It's nobody's fault. That's what makes it 100 times worse. I was in his arms. It was all over, bar the confetti, and then bang goes my chance of security and solvency. Oh, I could... Oh, give me strength and patience. Well, for Pete's sake, Angie, say something.
There are plenty more fish in the sea.
Not goldfish. Anyway, apart from that, I'm fond of him. I don't suppose I'll ever see him again. Oh, now what is it?
I don't suppose I'll ever see George again either.
Darling, I'm sorry.
So, makes 2 daughters she's got, and she said she'd no children.
Well, from your description, they're hardly children.
No, the first one's a fully grown woman, only fully grown too soon, if you see what I mean.
I'm ahead of you. Tell me more.
I'd rather not.
Now, what about the second daughter? Eve, isn't it?
A fleeting glimpse, that's all I got.
And you like what you saw, eh?
Certainly not.
Now, come off it. You must have had the time of your life, all those girls. French, you say?
Far too demonstrative.
La vie parisienne, toujours l'amour. Vive le sport.
It's no laughing matter. I don't want to hear any more about it.
Okay. What about the permit?
I will not be party to licensing a den of iniquity, and that's final.
Pity.
Everything was all right until Eve arrived.
What if I dare ring him up?
Oh, now that would be crazy.
He'd probably be furious.
He deserves to remain a bachelor if he can't take a joke.
Different men have different senses of humor.
Just like me last night. I spent 4 hours with Johnny Longstaff in a turnip field, and all he talked about was his flipping turnips.
If only Eve...
Morning, everybody. Oh, the river was gorgeous.
Good gracious, child, you haven't been in the river like that. You might have been seen.
I was. 2 fishermen, very old, a swan, and a policeman.
Oh, no.
The swan flew away. Coffee, please.
Try helping yourself.
It's easy to see what's wrong in this house. Man trouble.
You're too young to know anything about it.
Better than being too old to do anything about it. Ugh. Call it coffee? Oh, now I know I'm back in England.
So do we, dear. We'd also like to know why you left Paris so suddenly.
Oh, that. Oh, Madame Duclos kicked me out.
But I thought you were finishing your studies with Monsieur Duclos.
I finished them. Butter, please.
But why kick you out? There's too much kicking out going on.
I should have been warned.
Madame was cross. Oh, she's an old hag.
She's covering up something.
Not from where I'm sitting. Why was Madame cross with you?
She found a man in my room in the middle of the night.
A burglar?
No, he said he was fixing the blind.
Well, why should that make Madame cross?
It happened to be Monsieur Duclos.
Oh, my poor child.
Madame said, in French, of course, that it looked as if the master was becoming the pupil, and the pupil the mistress. So I knew my education had finished.
What it all boils down to is this. You think Mrs. Kingston's a thoroughly bad lot.
Oh, I said nothing of the kind. I only said she's irresponsible.
And unfit to run a tea shop. All right, enough said.
I wouldn't like what happened last night to get about. They've only got to look at Daisy Freeman to make mountains out of molehills.
Oh.
I didn't hear you creep in.
There's a lot you don't hear, Mr. Maitland. Haven't touched your breakfast, I see. Well, I suppose it's not to be wondered at.
What do you mean?
That you can't burn the candle at both ends, try as you may. No, I'll leave the coffee, in the circumstances.
That old witch has both ears to the ground and her nose in the mud.
I heard that, too.
Oh, you.
After last night's affair, nothing more can happen.
Hello. I wonder why they call you Toffee Nose. I think you're rather nice.
Who are you?
Mrs. Kingston's little girl. Mummy says, have you got her permit?
Oh,
I'll see you later.
Oh, no, don't go.
Forgive me. I've just remembered an appointment.
Oh, goodbye.
Goodbye.
It must be tiring having a sudden memory. Almost as bad as having no memory at all, like you.
Explain yourself, child.
You've forgotten these. And obviously you've forgotten Mummy's permit, haven't you?
Oh, what's your name, little girl?
Eve. Surely you haven't forgotten that, too. You stared at me hard enough last night.
What do you mean you're the...
The little harem from Paris. Oui, c'est moi, monsieur.
Oh, dear. Oh, please come away from the window.
You are rather cute. I can't exactly blame Mummy.
Blame her? What for?
Falling for you, of course. Well, didn't you know?
My child. You are a child, I suppose. You mustn't say that sort of thing.
Well, why not? It's true.
How old are you?
That is a question no gentleman ever asks a lady. And I shall call you Uncle Brian.
Oh, certainly not.
Prefer Toffee Nose?
No.
Then it's Uncle Brian.
Oh, dear. Coffee.
Oh, black, please. Heaps of sugar. Oh, you have got the jitters, haven't you, Uncle Brian? Here, let me. Black and no sugar for you. There you are. Calm your nerves. Come and sit down. Over here. Well, don't look so unhappy, Uncle Brian. Sit down.
Oh.
Go on, say it. I always do.
Botheration.
You thought Mummy had 3 daughters, didn't you? Aren't you glad that there are only 2?
Well, glad is not the exact word. Relieved would be more appropriate.
Mummy was surprised when I burst in last night. Well, you were surprised when I came here. Oh, I adore surprising people.
Oh, I'm glad somebody's pleased. Yeah, how'd you get here?
Oh, over the wall on a bike, which I happened to steal.
Steal?
Of course. We always pinch each other's bikes at the quarter.
But I'm a magistrate. I put people in prison when they steal things. Oh, yes, I mean, you must cultivate a sense of responsibility. I mean, well, look at me. I'm chairman of the district council and director of the water board. Now, don't cry. Here, blow your nose.
What a horrid little beast I am. You're terribly sweet, Uncle Brian. I came here to bait you because Mummy's so miserable. And now I'm sorry. Will you do something for me, Uncle Brian?
If I can, my dear.
Let me talk to you about us. Mummy, Angela and me. We're terribly mixed up.
Who christened you Eve?
Daddy, he was an artist.
He was also something of a prophet. All right, then. Tell me what you want to tell me.
Well...
Good morning, Mrs. Biddle.
It's not a good morning. I want to see Mr. Maitland.
Oh, very well. Come in, then. What's the matter?
I've had my bike stolen. And what should I do but find it outside your gate? How do you account for that, Mrs. Mordaunt?
Well, you're not suggesting I took it, I hope.
I'm not suggesting, I'm just asking.
Or Mr. Maitland, for that matter.
From what I hear, Mr. Maitland is after all sorts of new toys, becoming quite the gay dog. If he's adding practical jokes to his new hobbies, he can leave my bike out of it.
He has been acting strangely.
You mean that Mrs. Kingston? I hear there was ructions down at her cottage last night. Regular orgy, they say. Cosy teas. Striptease, more like it.
So when Mummy and Daddy separated, Mummy had Angela and Daddy had me. They came to London and we stayed in Paris.
My Joe heard it in strict confidence from Sergeant Belchambers.
Well, he's in there all alone. I'll take you into him.
When Daddy died, Madame Duclos took me over. I studied sculpture with Monsieur Duclos. And he tried to take me over. He tried too hard one day, and here I am.
Oh, well, thank you for telling me, Eve.
Friends?
Of course.
And you'll go and see Mummy?
Oh, yes, I will, I promise.
You're tickling me.
Still up to his games.
He smuggled one of them in.
Oh, Eve. Oh, dear. Oh.
Mr. Maitland, someone to see you urgently.
Just a minute, please.
Mrs. Biddle wants to see you.
I do that. Somebody stole my bike.
Oh, dear, what a pity. What's that to do with me?
It's outside your gate.
Oh, you better take it away.
Oh, no, Mr. Maitland. If there's crime in this village, I want to see it punished. I'm a ratepayer, I have my rights.
Well, as it happens, I know all about that. Your bike was taken by accident.
That's a good name for it.
Perhaps this will compensate for it.
What? Offering me a bribe? And you a magistrate? Things are coming to a pretty pass, I must say. No, thank you, Mr. Maitland. I'm not to be bought. Not like some people I know.
Why don't you try looking up the chimney?
This village is going to the dogs. And you know it. If you turn this house into a place of ill fame, I shall leave.
Yes, you'll leave a long time before that, and I'll tell you where to go. Now, go on, get out, both of you. You're a set of evil-minded, gossiping, scandal-mongering old women who should have been drowned at birth.
Where's my wife? Angela? Angela? Ooh. Angela! Where is everybody?
George! How dare you follow me?
Well, you left me with no grub and no money. How'd you expect me to paint without your modelling?
And how can I model dainty undies when you kick great bruises all over my most photogenic area?
Well, anyone can have a nightmare, can't they?
They certainly can. I married one.
Now, children, please. George, you must go.
Oh, no. I've moved in.
What? Pick on me.
What? No rent, no studio. I'm broke.
They're all broke.
Oh, no. You've got bags of grub and a spare room that suits me.
If he stays, I'm going.
Good. More room and more grub for me. Funny little thing, isn't she?
Miss Kingston.
Hey, you. Do you know where the grub's kept?
Yes, and the...
Well, produce it. I'm starving. Come on, then. Where is it?
Right, all right, I'm going. Wait a minute.
Ah, that's better.
Do you ever pose for an artist?
Certainly not.
Well, get up there and raise your skirts.
I will not. How dare you?
Get up there and raise your skirts.
No, I will not.
I've got a mouse in my pocket.
Oh! Oh!
Where do you think you're going?
I don't know and I don't care.
Well, if you two had to make a mess of your life, couldn't you have done it somewhere else instead of coming here and ruining mine?
How was I to know you were trying to marry the local bigwig? Oh, I'm sick of it all.
You're sick of it? Did it ever occur to you that other people might be sick of you? George, for instance?
I hope I never see George again.
You probably won't.
Why? Where is he?
In the kitchen, being taken care of by Daisy.
Daisy? With my husband? I'll soon settle that.
Take it away!
I'll do anything you say, but take that mouse away!
Anything?
No, Daisy, stop it! Get down at once. George, you come outside. I'm going to cook you a proper meal.
Oh, good. Fries half a dozen eggs for a start, eh?
George, I'm sorry about my temper.
Ah, that's all right, darling. You know I love it, really. Don't know what you said to Angela, but it worked. Oh, you're the best mother-in-law in the whole world.
You're a silly, useless boy, but I rather like you.
You're at home.
Now I've got you, I'm never going to let you go.
George! George! Uh-oh. George! George, don't!
Oh, so sorry.
Oh, look at that walk. If she were my daughter, I'd give her a jolly good thrashing.
Weather goings on are disgraceful.
There goes the place of place. She goes bathing with nothing on.
Cost me ought to put a stop to it, that's what I say.
Well, thank goodness you're still alive. Where the dickens have you been?
London.
Yeah, what's going on?
I'm off tomorrow to Australia.
Well, where's Mrs. What's-name?
Sacked. Anything else?
Yes,
I'm
the whole
busy.
village is seething with rumor.
What about?
About you, Eve, Louise, the cottage, all the wild things that have been going on.
Is that so?
Yes, why don't you marry Louise and put an end to this nonsense?
Look, I've wakened up a bit. Why don't you mind your own ruddy business?
Me? My own business?
Yes.
Certainly. Good night.
Goodbye.
Yes.
Sir, what's going on in there?
What the devil are you spying on Mr. Maitland for?
Oh, now, sir, it's my duty to see that there's no breach of the peace, and I'm informed that he's in with that Willow Tree Cottage lot.
If you go too far, Sergeant, Colonel Philpotts will break you.
I know the chief constable, sir. He's dead against bad living and immorality, and I've got public opinion behind me.
If you call this gaggle of geese public opinion, you make me sick.
I see. Walking out on us. Why are you doing this to
Now, look
Mummy?
here, Eve. I went to your mother with love in my heart, and what did I find?
Well?
I found her being made love to by a fat man in a beard, and evidently enjoying it.
That was George, her son-in-law, Angela's husband.
Oh, dear. What have I done?
Listen, the village is up in arms against you and us. I've worked out a plan to fix the lot of them, but you're the only one that can bring it off. If you run out on us now, we're sunk. Please help us, Uncle Brian. We'll be all alone in the studio, and we can have a lovely party.
Did you hear that? This time we'll catch them, and I'll have witnesses. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. Come on.
promise whatever I ask you to do, you'll do it.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
All right, in through the back way. You got him, miss. Smashing. Where's Mummy? In the sitting room. You'd better sneak in. This way.
You all know what to do. Keep your eyes skinned and remember what you see, for you might have to give it on oath.
I'll remember.
Right. Now, Mrs. Allen, Mrs. Brown, you watch him over there. Yeah. You and your wife, down there at the end of the gate. Now, you ladies, watch from the wall. Right.
There's evil about. I can smell it in the air.
I once read a book on witchcraft.
That's it. They've bewitched him for his money. This girl's a decoy.
I'll soon fix him.
Look.
What? Oh, oh, oh.
He's drinking. Never touched alcohol before. Gave him flatulence.
Give me that. I must have more evidence. Oh.
Here.
Ah.
Oh!
Oh. 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 Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh. Come on. Hey, you. Come on. Come on. Oh! Come on. Come on. Let's catch the masses. Oh.
Come on, you men, hold her. Don't let her go. Up the stairs. The room is up there. Come on, all of you, quick. Come on. See up here, quick. Come on. See up here in this room.
Good girl, good. Don't stop it! Stop it! Stop it! You look out the order. There, you man. This is terrible. Leave him alone. Like this in this village. Come on, girls. You help too. Come on.
Now, this is the room in here, all. Catch them.
Good evening. Do come in. Do you all want to join our art classes?
Or would you rather clear out and mind your own ruddy business?
Anybody can make a mistake.
And you Belchambers, you've made one too many. I shall prosecute the lot of you to the limit of the law, the whole lot of you.
It's a trick to fool us. Arrest them. Go on, arrest them. Go on, arrest them.
I shall say so.
I warn you now. Interfering with the law. Go on.
Oh, so this is the new place. And open, too.
Sounds as if they're having a good time. Forget you're the chief constable, Digby, and let's go in.
Well, why not? Come on.
Two can play it out.
Belchambers! Kill this rabble out
out of here and report to me in the morning. Oh, Mrs. Fitzparsons, I'll have you all drummed out of the Women's Institute. There's Mrs. Sharples and all the rest. I'll have you all drummed out of the Women's Institute. Completely. Oh.
Darling, I'm sorry.
No, don't kill him, Mummy. We need him.
You silly girl, I need him.
Do you?
Oh, I do.
Oh, botheration.
Never mind, darling. I'll look after you.
Daisy!